Alright, so I'm Shaggy, I'm Philolitea, and I'm reading this book about ghost stories and people who rose from the dead in the medieval and ancient world. And one of the things I find remarkable is that the author, I don't have the book readily accessible, so I'm going to move on, keeps talking about religion. She keeps talking about, oh, this religion coming into this place, or this religion putting pressure on this place. But then in the quotation that she uses, the source quote from the contemporary people writing about it, that she uses to establish that these people are concerned about a new religion, the word those people chose over and over and over again was not religion, was not religio, it was teaching. And so she's trying to establish, with the help of authors that I've also read, like Ronald Hutton, and I haven't seen her quote him yet, but she has to be quoting at some point, or citing at some point, unless she's before him. The book I just finished reading, Ghosts in the Middle Ages, I think that's Jean-Claude Schmitt. Anyway, she's trying to explain to an academic audience, not to you or me, not to a pastoral audience, not to a folk audience. She's trying to argue to a scholastic and academic audience, an audience of apparently initiated people, that the reason the archaeological record shows such slow change in material culture when a new religion like Christianity takes over, understand all of these stresses are implied air quotes, because she didn't actually say these things, I'm paraphrasing her very heavily. She's trying to articulate that the reason why this is true is because these people just adapted the new religion, Christianity, to the old customs, because it took Christianity a very long time to develop its own customs. It was in the 15th century, even in the 16th century, when people began saying, let's get this paganism out of our Christianity. So you, Easter rabbit loving Christian, need to understand that when fundamentalists tell you that's pagan bullshit and not Christianity, they're right. And they've been right for 2,000 years. Well, more like 1995, because we're coming up on the 2000th and 2030 or thereabouts. Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? Oh, right, she keeps terming it religion. She keeps terming Christianity religion, the dominant religion. But that's not what they called it at the time. That's not how they termed it at the time. And that's not how they thought about it at the time. We're using modern terminology, and it loses a lot in translation, because the terminology assumes that the academic audience knows what she knows. But she had to write that introduction saying, hey, read Ronald Hutton for my definition of religion. But their definition of religion is still not what these people were doing. She shares a story of basically a Viking king who's asking his lord, should I convert? And they say, this new teaching is intriguing.